manifested my ex back, and oh boy, this story to it is just one kind of a story. And in this video, I'm gonna share with you the story and the method I used to manifest my ex back. So stay tuned and listen up. But before I get started, I'm gonna introduce myself for those who know me and don't know me yet. My name is Trisha, and I'm dedicated to help you become the best version of yourself and live and achieve the life you've always dreamed and desired of, because I truly believe that we can all have it and we all deserve it because the power lays within you. Well, where should I start? So I manifested my ex back, and I did not expect this to happen, to be honest. But now that I know, it makes sense. So I'm going to share with you the story of how it happened, how I did it, and what happened afterwards. What happened afterwards will make you think about it and not let you make the same mistakes as I did. So I was together with this guy for quite a time. I think it was like 1 year or something. And after that, I don't know, out of nowhere, he broke up with me. And of course, I was devastated. I was like, how can you break up with me? And as everyone is like, come on, like that doesn't work. And I was just super sad, and I was like, no, it cannot be. We need to get back together. I need to manifest him back, because I did not understand the reason like why he broke up with me. Because if I would have seen a reason, maybe I would be like, okay, yes, but no. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna manifest him back. So that's what I did. So what I did is I wrote him a letter. So I wrote a scripting letter. In that letter, I wrote like as if I would be talking to him and like, okay, you know, we should consider that. You should consider breaking up with me because, you know, we make such a good couple. We match together. And, you know, I just wrote everything that I wanted to say to him. So I wrote that letter, and I was like, you know, after this letter, you cannot resist getting back together with me, because you cannot resist me, and we need to be together and we belong together, and so on. So what I did is, when I was writing that letter, by the way, I never gave him that letter, just so you know. So I was writing that letter, and when I wrote that letter, I put myself into a meditative state. Do you say that? Meditative state? So I just put myself into meditative state, and I was in tune with myself. I was relaxed and I was calm, and I felt myself in that moment. I felt as if I would be talking to that person, and I wanted him to receive that. So I felt all the feelings I could possibly feel. Like I am sitting next to that person and telling that person everything that I'm writing in that letter. So I put all my emotions and all my feelings into that letter. And at the end of the letter, of course, I made it a happy end story. So I felt all the emotions like, oh God, oh, this is super nice. And I felt super happy. And we got back together and, you know, acted as if nothing ever happened. And I felt that, and I was so happy in that moment. And I felt all those emotions I could possibly feel. And then after that, I think it was like 3 days later, guess who texted me? Of course he texted me and was like, hey, we need to talk. And I'm like, okay, let's talk, you know. And we met up. We didn't even talk about quite much, and he was just like, yeah, you know, I thought about it, and yeah, let's just give it another shot. Let's give it another try. And of course your girl was like, oh, okay. Yes, I was super happy because that is what I wanted. And I was so excited, and we got back together, and I was like, yay. But then what happened? So we got back together, and then what happened is I saw what I should have done. I saw the mistake I have done. So I call it a mistake now, but actually it's not a mistake because everything happens for a reason, and you know, there are two ways you can see it. So I got back together with him, and I don't know, I just started feeling kind of a bit awkward. I started feeling not that what I wanted to feel. It was kind of a bit, I can't even explain it. I didn't feel that connection. At first I was like super excited, but then afterwards something else came up. My intuition came up, or maybe my higher self came up, and I started to realize that, well, actually, do I really want to be together with this person again? And the more I was involved in that, the second time after manifesting him, I started to realize that this person, there is a reason why me and this person broke up. There was a higher reason for us breaking up. And when I started realizing it, and it's now in the end, I realized that the thing is, I had goals and dreams and wishes that I wanted to fulfill. I was on a path to manifesting other things for myself, for my life, into my life. And I realized that with this person, I could not achieve that. So I started realizing that, okay, wait a minute. So I actually manifested the breakup because my higher self, because my subconscious mind, my own self knew that what I want, that what I'm manifesting for my life, the bigger picture of my life, the person could not be included into that. And I put myself, a rock in my own road by manifesting him back. And that's why something I learned is I will never manifest the ex back, because if you are manifesting something else at the same time, if you're manifesting something for your life, for your bigger picture, for the greatest and for your highest and greatest good, then there are things that have to be left behind. There are doors that need to be closed. And I realized that after I manifested that person back, finally my eyes got open and I realized, okay, wait a minute, because actually I want this thing in my life, but I cannot stay in this old thing. I need to move on. There is a reason why this wouldn't break up. And as I said before, I did not get the reason because it was out of the blue why he broke up with me. But I realized that maybe somehow my subconscious mind, I created that reality, because deep down I know what I wanted. Deep down I know where I wanted to go, and I know what person I wanted to become. And that is the reason why this breakup then happened out of the blue. Because most of the time, when you manifest, as I always say, you cannot understand everything. It happens in a higher purpose, in a higher version that you cannot explain. And that's why when things close, that's why I want to tell you now that when things end or things close, it is not the end of the world. It is meant for a reason. There is a reason why things happen. There is a reason why that had to end, because you can only ascend or go into the next chapter when you close that door behind of you. And yes, you can manifest your ex back, because you can do that experience. And if I would have not done that experience, I would not have understood this lesson now. So if you are really and I felt that in that moment, I wanted to manifest my ex back. I had that desire. So that desire was there, and what you desire is meant for you. But it was meant for me in a different way that I would have thought. It was meant for me to realize and get back in check with myself, like, wait a minute, this is not my goal. The goal that I want is something totally different. And that's why it is meant for you, because that way the desire was there. Maybe your subconscious already knew that, okay, maybe you are not really seeing it. And at the end of the day, I was together with this person after I manifested him back for 1 month, and I broke up because I saw it, I realized it, and I was super happy for the lesson, and I'm still super happy for that lesson till this day, but I had to move on, and moving on was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. And manifesting him back was also one of the best things that could have ever happened to me. But as I said, sometimes you need to see it and maybe move on. And I know this is something that not everybody wants to hear. I know this is something that is hard to understand and to get in that moment, because I was there. I was that person. I wanted that ex back so badly. But sometimes we need to face it, go through that heartbreak, go through that pain, just to become stronger and better. And as I said, if I would have not manifested him back and then break up with him, maybe I would have not become the person I am today. And I love the person I am today. So even if you get rejected or a door closes into your life, I want to tell you is it is meant for your highest and greatest good. You are never getting backwards. You are never falling downwards unless you take the step back. But even though I took the step back, I got out of it. So take into consideration that if you're manifesting some things at the same time, you know, not everything will go that way, and some things are not meant to be in that way. And at the end of the day, eventually you will still get that what it is that you desire, because as I said, it is meant for you. I hope you can take a little bit something out of this, even though maybe it's not what you wanted to hear. Maybe it's not the loving, happy end story you would think it is, even though it is one. If you enjoyed this video, if you could take something out of it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, to subscribe to this channel, and share with your friends. Maybe someone is in that situation right now and just needs to hear some encouraging words, and I would be happy if you could help them out with this video. But for now, I'm gonna say thank you so much, and see you next time. Mwah.